Hello Aries. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been the past. This could be current. Others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be a connection where you feel a whole lot of energy on a spiritual level, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. Spiritual connection, right there. Then we have doubt. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel, to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Many of you who know my voice, this is not my actual voice. I am sick, getting over the flu, so hopefully, maybe by the next reading, fingers crossed, I'll feel much better. Here we have grief, followed by play, surrender, selfhood, nourishment, awakening, mystery, doubt. Then we have laughter under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, I grieve for you. I feel the loss in my life. Everything feels empty. When I think about the things that I have said and done, I do feel the sense of regret, remorse, even guilt. Right now, things have changed between us, and I do feel this sense of sadness and melancholy. And I'm afraid I'm losing you. Everything. My world has always been a bit dark, but you are always that bright, shining star. And now I see that fading as well. And that scares me. I grieve because I want to have a relationship with you based on friendship, based on fun. In you, I have found someone who is youthful, vibrant, alive. There's mischief in your eyes, and I like this. With you, I want to explore. I want to learn new things. My life feels so renewed, refreshed, just thinking about you. And there's a part of me now that I realize, which is surrender to you. I feel as though a part of me belongs to you, and you belong to me. This feeling that I have It's so true, because now my mind, my heart, and my body, I feel as though on the inside I've surrendered myself to you. Even though, because of what has happened, there may be doubts, I see that you are now someone who is quite guarded, self-sufficient, self-reliant, independent. You don't need me. You don't need anybody. But you're also very guarded. Who turned you into this? I did. The circumstances did. This is your reaction to the actions that I took. And now you are someone else. I'm not proud of it. I am sad. I'm grieving. I'm not happy because of what's happened. But I see now that the decisions that I made, the things that I have said and done, have changed you as a person because I hurt you. And therefore you had to stand up and do what's right for yourself. A long time ago I thought I knew you. Now it seems as if I never even knew you at all because you seem so different. Even if I want to reignite this flame, I am unable to. It seems as if I don't really know you. I also feel that I've realized a part of you has everything that I've ever wanted. You have this way of fulfilling me emotionally, spiritually, and physically. The sense of nourishment. Before I didn't see things through your perspective, but now I do. Things have changed, and I see things through your eyes. I feel that I can see things through your perspective, through your lens. I can put myself into your shoes and understand and realize the things that you have gone through. I have also come to an awakening moment, a spiritual awakening, where my mind now is so different. It is so open and vast. It was not like this before. Things now seem very, very different. I see the world differently. I see spirituality differently. I see love differently. Everything feels more intense. And the love that I have for you, it hurts. And the pain that I have for you feels like hell on earth. Do I have a spiritual connection with you? It feels like I do. I can smell your scent when you're not there. I can feel your presence even though you're not there. Sometimes I question the universe, the heavens. Why is it that you were put into my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? What is the reason? I don't really get an answer. But I realize that many of the things that have happened for a reason. And when I look at you and when I look into your eyes, I see someone that I've known from before, someone who I can call my own, like my hearth and home. That is what you are. I don't know why, but there's this sense of unconditional love that comes along with this. This is how I feel. But I have doubts that you may feel this way. I have doubts that because of what I have done, there may be a lack of truth, a lack of faith in this connection now. It may overpower anything else that I ever felt. Overall, in my heart, I've always thought of you as a confidant. I want to be that person who makes you happy. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. You know so much about me. And I value this friendship, this foundation that we have. I don't want it to crumble because of the things that I've said and done, and because of the things that I should have said that I never did, the things that I should have done and I never did them. I want to be a better person, and I don't want to lose you. All right. Aries. I was going to say Aquarius, but this is Aries. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. Your reading is quite intense, I have to say. This is a huge spiritual moment. It's very uncommon to get Mystery, which is my Spiritual Awakening card, and the Awakening card. This is more of my past life spiritual card, but this is Awakening. So when you have these two combined, for me, this is the way I interpret these cards. My interpretation of this deck is extremely different from what the original book it comes with. Okay? Here, there is definitely a spiritual awakening that has occurred in a person of interest. Now, because you have some cards here that are very intense, Aries, you might also be going through the same thing. You may be going through a spiritual awakening as well. You may also be grieving, feeling guilty or upset about something that has happened. There is this commonality here. In this deck, I only have 2 cards that I associate with friendship. You have both cards, friendship cards, both of them. So beyond anything else, friendship here means a lot to you. You want to keep that connection going. And if you don't, it feels as if you've lost potential for anything good that could have come from it. But the foundation that you want for this friendship or for any friendship is for it to be long-lasting, for it to be a friendship where you feel like one's a confidant, where you really get each other, you really understand each other. Here, I don't really see much of the person's personality. This is how they perceive you. I don't see that, but I see what they want from you. They want to have this friendship. They want to acknowledge that, yes, we do have a spiritual connection. We also have here, with this card, this feeling of either you could be a twin flame, a soulmate, karmic partner, maybe even more. Those are the top 3 that I've seen that are the most strongest connections. And for those of you that might be interested, I have some videos on another channel, which is called Asnointia Audio. That's my other channel on YouTube. I have some videos on past life and spiritual connections. And I recommend that some of you that really feel this intensity, that have gone through this spiritual awakening, which is extremely difficult, maybe even going through the dark night of the soul. Here, on that channel, you'll see I have 2 videos that you may find very helpful. One is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. The other is called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. The other ones are regarding twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, and a bit more. The rest of the videos on that channel it's on relationships and advice on that regarding the intuitive feelings that I see that somebody would not usually tell you. And also regarding negative energies, how to get rid of them. So I do have a few videos there. Please do feel free to have a look at that channel. Do like, share, and subscribe to that channel as well. So here we have a very strong connection. Now, how to recognize it? If you feel, cross-watcher or yourself, Aries, if you feel that you are unable to let go of this person, it's been not just weeks, but it's been months, it's been years. You can't let go of this person. If you feel obsessed with this person to a certain degree. If you feel that you can sometimes feel the presence or their energy around you, it's as if it's real. It's so strange. It feels real, as if it's happening in real time. If you feel this, this is a spiritual connection. And it's very common for you to be feeling the way that you are. It's not an easy feeling. So for those of you that want to know more about it, do go to my other channel, Asnointia Audio, on YouTube. It's absolutely free, beginning to end. And you'll see there's a lot of other people that have gone through similar situations. You'll see that in the comments below on the other channel. Ah, interesting. Here I have the Lover's Path Tarot. So with this deck, I look into any type of situation that may have occurred in the first place that may have brought the situation between the both of you. This relationship or the situationship crumbling down. I'm seeing the word crumbling down. So it may have been very sweet before. What happened that made it sour? Some of you may have had a lack of closure. Maybe this person faded. Maybe they ghosted you. Maybe they have decreased the amount of messages that they send to you. Maybe they used to be very regular before. And so you wonder what's happening. Why are they doing this? Here I look at the why, and this will hopefully provide you with a little bit more clarity as to what's going on in this connection. We have here the Eight of Coins and the King of Staves. And I do read these in the reverse. Here it talks about avoiding work that needs to be done. The need to bring talents to the next level. Perhaps it's time for vocational education. Dissatisfaction with the payment for work done. Now, it's a very work-oriented card here, but when it comes to love and things like that, here it talks about how this person really was avoiding to put in the work and the effort that was needed to take this connection to the next level. Perhaps they needed to take a step back and learn more about relationships. How to do certain things in relationships, how to be more responsible, for example. There was also a sense of dissatisfaction for the work that they had put into this relationship. So they were putting their effort in, whatever kind of effort, and they thought it was a lot, they thought it was enough. From their point of view. From your point of view, it might not be anything. You may be like, oh wow, okay, so that's it? That's all you did? For you, it might be nothing. But for them, whatever type of time, energy, effort they invested, they feel that they did put some work in, but at some point in time, they felt like they didn't want to do that anymore because the results were not what they expected to be. So they were discouraged. Here we have also the King of Staves. This talks about wanting to harness the forces of being confident, being the master of one's trade, being supportive, but not quite strong enough to do so. Someone who seems supportive but isn't reliable. So, your person of interest may have talked a lot. It may have seemed as if they knew what they were doing, they knew what they're talking about, but it also turns out that they were not as confident as they appeared to be. Now, the confidence here may have existed at some point in time, but then things changed. it does show here that with the King of Staves, it indicates that there's a situation where this person may have seemed, as a king, that they knew a lot. They were going to be very supportive. They were very confident. They came off as this, but the truth is, on the inside, they were not reliable and they were not supportive. So it was almost as if this person was trying to just be in this connection for the sake of having a connection. Okay? I really don't see any investment here. I don't see any affection here. I don't see any reason for this person to even want to be with you right now. I mean, it's wands. It's for the sake of being in a relationship. Some people just don't want to be lonely. That's what I'm getting here. Not to say you're probably hot and sexy, probably gorgeous looking, but this person had their own kind of agenda. Their agenda here was to work towards something, and it didn't work. I'm not going to be so supportive and reliable anymore. Maybe I was before, but I'm not going to continue being that way. Yet, they did not really take a step back and completely destroy what you guys had. It's kind of like they faded here. They didn't really make a huge announcement. What I'm seeing is that whatever connection you guys got into, you were thinking on a different level in terms of a relationship. You were thinking of more of commitment. This person was thinking maybe commitment. Let's see where it goes type of situation. That's what it was. So it does appear that you were with someone that wasn't really like gelling on the same level as you. You were not on the same frequency. Holy Anna. Okay, we have here the Queen of Wands, and we have here the Queen of Swords. Here I have the Beginner's Tarot, and with this deck, I look into what it is that may have occurred or may occur in the coming future in terms of any actions, any plans, any intentions your person may have towards you. All right. We have here the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Nine of Cups, and then we have the Five of Wands. It's a complicated situation. Here we have the Queen of Wands. This person does feel that you are very, utterly irresistible, and that you have this sense of knowingness, this intuitive sense that's very soft, very gentle, in a spiritual kind of way, and they appreciate this. They think that you get them, you know them. But there's also another issue because of what they did to you. The cold nature, everything freezing over. I see here with the Queen of Swords, this person sees you now as somebody who is very strict, stern, cold-hearted individual who's turned into this, not because you wanted to, but because they turned you into this. This is how they perceive you. You might not be like this. You might be very warm, fuzzy, and cuddly, but this is how they see you now, that because of what I did, this is what I turned this person into. And when we have this card, the Queen of Swords, it's very difficult to approach a person like this because they are afraid that you may react in a very rash kind of way. This is somebody who's really upset, that has a sword, and you don't want to go close to them. Right? So you will avoid a person that's angry with a sword. Why would you go close to them? That's what this person's all about. And they're very cold, but it also talks about how there's a sense of calmness around this person, how they are trying to keep this composure that they have. And it's difficult for them on the inside. They're very warm, they're very loving on the inside, but it's difficult for them to keep up this act. This act is not something that you might be doing yourself, Aries, or cross-watcher. But here we have a situation where somebody's been hurt, and because of that, they've become distant and cold. It's a very natural process. And someone here is viewing them as that. Does that person want to be cold? No, they don't. But because of the hurt and the pain and the suffering that they went through, they don't know any other way of surviving, of being, of acting, of looking. So they turn into this. Your person of interest is also, at this point in time, not a king. They are not even a knight. They are a page. They are trying to keep their distance. They will keep their distance because they have a lack of confidence. They have a lack of self-esteem. Wow. I did a reading just previously, I think, before this, and a toothless lion, all bark, no bite, that type of a situation. This person seemed to be all this and that, but on the inside, it's like a tiny little person. They're not as big and grand as they once claimed to be, or seemed to be, or sounded. They're sitting at the back benches now, staring at you from a distance, metaphorically speaking. Otherwise, that's just creepy. And this person now, with this card, they talk about this being the online stalker. So if you are online, if you have an online presence, yes, this individual is looking at, what you're doing. What are you up to these days? Just to see, where do I stand? If you don't have an online presence, they could literally be asking people that you know. The grocery store person, that's the cashier. Maybe they're a common friend, a relative, right? Why am I getting garage mechanic? Could be, okay. People know people, right? So this individual may be trying to figure out, what are you up to? Who are you with these days? It's because they are interested. There's no doubt. They are interested, but because of the nonsense that they conducted, they do not know how to come back into your life. Do they want to come back into your life? Absolutely yes. Do they know how? Absolutely no. That's the problem here with this person. Now, we also have here the Nine of Cups. Beautiful card. This person is sure. They are sure. They know that they want you. You are the wish come true. They finally realize this, thank God. Here we have love. This is emotional love now. And this love comes through, it sprouts through, because you have the grief card right in the beginning. A lot of grief, a lot of understanding afterwards that came through, and realizing, oh my goodness, I love my Aries. This person now wishes for you. They do desire you. They do hope for you. The overall arching theme here, we have a whole lot of interference. Some of this is distrust, struggle, problems with ego, pride, thought processes, mindsets, things like that. And some of this conflict that exists in this connection is due to other people, other influences. People who may be spreading rumors, people who may be jealous, people who don't want to see the both of you together. So we do have a situation where there's not just the two of you, but we have external factors here. The circumstances are coming into play where it makes it difficult to do the things that you guys want to do. I'm actually also getting that this person's very much dominated by the type of lifestyle that they have. There's power, authority over them. They live under this authority, and they have to do what the authority says. It could be somebody that's just younger, and maybe their parents are looking out for them. Something like that, but I do see that this person, because they have that lack of confidence, they may have come out of the home thinking and acting and looking that, hey, I've got this, I know everything. But then when reality struck and this situation really became intense, it turns out, no, they're not as mature. They're just little. and young, vibrant, a lot to learn, but somebody who is inexperienced or somebody who is immature. That's what you're dealing with here. And even if they want to move on, Aries, you're dealing with somebody that may take advice from other people. This person needs to be cross-watcher, beware of who you're getting advice from. Some of the people may be jealous. They might not want you to be with this person. They may not give you the right kind of advice. So be careful who you get the advice from. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. These messages are brought to you by more angels than the regular Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Zadkiel, Uriel, and Jophiel. You got a choice. There you go. Helpful people, right? Talk to people. But talk to the right people. Now, we have here, first card's the strongest. We have romance. And this is my past life card. In this particular deck, that is my past life card. In my first deck, this is my past life card. So you got two past life cards here that have confirmed this is a past life problem. It's a situation when it's beautiful, it's heaven on earth. When it is terrible, it is destructive, and it is hell on earth. It is that intense. The people that have gone through it know it. With this connection, whatever the reason was that you guys came together in this lifetime, it could be because you had to teach them a lesson, or maybe they had to teach you a lesson. Somebody here needed to have a spiritual awakening and realize that there's more to life than just the physical, just the 3D. So there is a spiritual awakening occurring here. Somebody's teaching someone a lesson. And they are saying here to remain positive. Do stay positive and keep that positive energy flowing. Be open to new possibilities. Here they're also saying to listen to your intuition. So yes, you may also have other people telling you their opinions, but do listen to your own intuition. That is your soul talking to you, your body / the spirit. And wait. Wait, because right now is not the right time. It is up to you to see where this relationship is going. If you want, you can decide to be with this person. If you don't want to be with this person, you don't have to. You have a choice. Here, you do have a choice where it's up to you within the next few weeks or months. Intuitively, you will know whether it's the right thing for you to be with this person. Keep in mind, not all spiritual connections end up being together. It's not always the case. It's rare. People don't. The ones that are together typically do have a spiritual connection, but then while you're with somebody, you might meet someone else and you feel an even more intense connection with that individual. And then you wonder, was I even connected to the first one? Typically, yes, you were. That person could have been your soulmate, the person that you met right afterwards, maybe a few years later. That may be, for example, another soulmate or a twin flame. And you've had history with that person in a past life, or maybe you were married and you had a family. Things like that. So this kind of stuff for me is very normal because I do past life readings. And right now I do have a pause on them, but if some people here, because this is a very intense connection, some of you may want to have a past life reading feel free to send me an email and I'll put you on the waiting list. And then when I can get to you, I will try to get to you, hopefully as soon as I can, but there is a waiting list right now. Here, we also have helpful people. So it is important to talk to helpful people, people that you find helpful, right? This is, sometimes we are with individuals that we know that might be jealous, and we still might hang out with them. Don't hang out with those people because they won't make you positive. They'll be sending you bad, negative energies. So do engage with these people who are going to be helpful, and they're going to give you these ideas, these thoughts, and intuitively you will be making up your own decisions as well. For both parties here, I see the groups here that want to be with this person and that don't want to be with this person. Either way, you're going to be satisfied. Within the next few weeks, things are going to change, or months. Week could be months. They do want you to wait and to talk to people. This doesn't mean too many. It could be literally 2 to 3 people, a family, friend. But someone who has had the experience, the patience to have a good relationship, right? Not somebody that is bitter and that has biased opinion, because they will only give you their side of the story. And love stories are beautiful. Not everybody has one, but when it happens, it's beautiful. And do trust that, yeah, there is love out there. Sometimes you find it, sometimes it finds you. But there's always that divine timing when it happens, right? Aries, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I also wanted to mention, because we have that double confirmation, I would definitely recommend for many of you to go to my other channel, Asnointia Audio, and have a look at some of those videos that I have on spiritual connections. They will give you more information regarding what you're feeling, and you'll know that you're not alone. You'll know that this is very common, apparently. It happens. And it's something that, unfortunately, people have to learn from and live with. And it's for our soul purposes, for the soul's resume. That's just the way it is. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys again. And thank you so much for the encouragement and the support that you have given to me, this channel, this entire time. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.